What's up, everybody? This is the Man of Steel, Mike Verna, and you are listening to the Three Count Podcast.
She raised one icon. All of your hate won't change none. Who you think you are?
Welcome, everybody, to another great edition of the Three Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. I'm your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller, and let's go down the roster. First up, he is a college boy now. He is somewhere in Pennsylvania, Delaware. I don't know where he's at anymore. I don't even care. He's at school now. But you guys know, because his camera's the only one facing up, he's probably still asleep, at least trying to do this interview. You know him as JJ. Other people know him as Snapster. I'm the only one who calls him Q. So give it up for Q.
To be honest, I'm in Middle River, Pennsylvania. So that's the
Why are you
start.
going to tell me where you at? Well, now I know where to collect.
Oh, shit. Anyway, first of all, I want to say I'd like to thank the sidewalks for keeping me off the street. Dangerous times going on. There's a Revolutionary War Part 2. So make sure you guys are locked and loaded. Chitty, bang, murder everything. That's all from me.
The next person that's up on the roster, you guys see him. He is the only person wearing a blue hoodie, but he's also known as the Swole Master. He's the only guy who puts himself over because he books everything on the show. Give it up for the man who is a 47-time world heavyweight intercontinental bear wrestling champion, Chris Idol.
Always happy to be here.
Oh, it's great to hear your cornet voice go away. And last but not least, he's the man who's owed more money than, the entire U.S. Treasury. Give it up for the supervillain himself, Damien Fatale.
And like I said, I intend to collect like the IRS. So, JJ, I'll see you soon, buddy.
Oh, shit.
So this is a 3 Count Presents Now Entering the Ring, which means one thing for you. We have a special guest. He is here now. You have seen him on EWA. You have seen him at SCWA. You have seen him beating up my best friend and the host of this show. Give it up for K.A. Robinson.
What up?
Hey, man, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So let's just jump right into it, man. The way that this is going to happen, right, we have 3 or 4 questions that we usually like to ask everybody when they come on our show. Plus, we have the world's famous 10 count questions. Way it's going to work, I'm going to ask the first question, then Damien, then Chris, and then JJ will wrap it up. And then, like I said, 10 count questions going on. How do you feel about that?
That sounds easy. Not too hard. Let's do it.
All right. So the first question I like to ask every single person here that comes on the show, who's K.A. Robinson?
K.A. Robinson is I'd say he's a Power Ranger. If we can just get that out the way. If those of you who have watched the actual Power Ranger show, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series, that's basically what K.A. Robinson is portraying as. He's more of like this young guy that found his superpowers, that's trying to use his superpowers for more of a self-defense thing, and he uses powers for good, to always protect and defend people, even though that doesn't goes into wrestling. But he's more. I wanted to make him more of a role model and more of a superhero type of thing, and it's also a nostalgia effect. So yeah, that's okay. Robinson is superhero, crime fighter, whatever you want to call it.
Amazing. That's what we'll call it. So, next question I have for you, man, is what drives you into business?
What drove me into the business? I've always wanted to do this ever since I was a kid, but I never got the actual chance to do it because of money, and I didn't have a location for a school to find so I can start training. But now at the age of 27, I actually found a school where I can start training and start putting myself out there, because like I said, I always wanted to do it as a kid, and now that I have the final opportunity to do this, something that I always wanted to do since I was 12 or 10 maybe, finally got the chance, and now I'm here.
Bet, man. Actually, I'm going to just kind of sing your praises on my own, man. Your match your 4-way match that you had at SCWA was one of the best things I've seen, and I love the fact that spoiler for people who don't know, you went over, in that main event, and then your match that you had with Mr. Graham, dude, at EWA was off the charts, bro.
Yeah, Yeah, it was pretty good, but that's probably compared nothing to what I had with O'Shea this past weekend. If those of you don't know just
Ooh.
yet, but I'ma just keep it on the down low.
That match was amazing right there.
But
I
if I can
thoroughly
plug this,
enjoyed that.
make sure y'all go to IWTV, subscribe for $9.99 a month, or you can use this promo code Fight with a One, and you can watch Fight Pro matches or Fight Pro shows. Go there. Actually, watch Fight Island too, and watch the other shows before then.
Yes, do all of that. So
I do the advertising for it.
my last question for you, man, but one of my favorite questions to ask too is, what's been the hardest thing about being in pro wrestling?
I wouldn't say that there's a lot of things that's too hard. It's just it's gonna be really hard to try to like to avoid the political stuff and like personal beefs and fights and all of that. Other than that, I really distance myself from other people which I do not know. I'm more around my friends where I can go to certain places where I can travel with them and just be around them because I know I'm good around them regardless. But I really don't necessarily say that there have been some bad or negative things so far, other than like little drama and stuff. But that's stuff you can easily avoid. But really, it's been good so far.
That, man, actually, that's a great answer too, because we've had a lot of different answers, like just asking, and actually, that's probably one of the best, man. Is just navigating through the political system.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll start the death off, and Damien, what's up?
So, what was that like first match that you saw that was like, yeah, I want to do that? Like, that first match you can remember that you saw that was like, yeah.
Well, for one, there'll probably be plenty of matches that would gave me that idea. But one specifically, if I have watched this match numerous amounts of times, Stone Cold and The Rock, WrestleMania 15, I believe. That match, from like the entrance to Stone Cold just doing, his thing up on the ropes and The Rock stopping him, and then they going back and forth with the punches and all of that stuff, and the whole crowd is just getting into it, and they just beating each other's asses like through the whole entire thing, and the commentary like that specifically drove me into wrestling, because it was just like two icons and two legends, at their time and in their prime, just going at it, and it's just so crazy, especially at the status that they were back in. So that probably was one of the matches that set the tone for me to actually join professional wrestling.
All right, that's a great match indeed. My second question: what is your dream match and opponent? No matter who it is.
I like to tend not asking for dream matches because, a dream match to me, you can have it with anybody, regardless of their age or whatever the case may be. But if there are matches that I would like to have, I would like to have one with Leo Rush. That's one guy that I always probably want to have a match with. Cedric Alexander, Ricochet, Trish Adora, Big Swole, and stuff like that. I don't really have like dream matches, but I do have matches that I actually want to be in, before I like retire or stop or something like that. It's a number of them, but those are a few just to name.
Got you. All right. And how do you want your legacy to be when you leave pro wrestling?
Just to know that I actually cared about being in the business, just to know that I can be a good representation for like small kids, especially small Black kids that don't have that much representation as far as pro wrestling. I just want to be a big inspiration, a big hero, and also to tell kids, hey, you can do this too, and do things differently than everybody else. Don't be the same as everybody else. So, yeah.
I'm good.
All right, I guess it's my sorry, no, that's not my catchphrase, but it is my turn to ask you some questions, KA. My first question for you, and I don't think you've ever been asked this probably, but what's the hardest you've ever been hit inside of a wrestling ring?
The hardest so far, I think, ever since I started this past Saturday when I went up against O'Shea, when he like big boot the heck out my freaking chest, and that crap hurt. That's probably the hardest that I've got so far. Everything else since then has been fine, but except for that big boot to my chest. Yeah.
Good answer. I was front and center for that, and
Yeah.
he got you.
He
Yeah,
got
he
you,
did.
bro. But it was more of, yeah, I could have died, but I didn't. But it's like, can I still use the bathrooms? Can I still eat tacos on Taco Tuesday? Can I still do other stuff? Yeah, then I'm fine. Then I ain't dead yet, so I'm good. But it hurt like hell.
I can believe it. All right, my next question. Usually somebody's going to ask you, what's your favorite match that you've ever been in? I'm going to go the opposite route. What's the worst match you've ever been in? And if you don't have one in mind, what's the worst match you've ever seen?
I wouldn't necessarily say I've been in some worse matches so far just yet. I have been in matches where it has been a little bit shaky. So I'll go with the if I've seen the worst match. If I have seen the worst match so far, not throwing shade at anybody, but the past SCWA show, Ron Holiday going up against what's his name? Yeah, and it wasn't on Ron Holiday's part, it's more the other person, because Ron Holiday is actually a great wrestler, but that's probably it's probably worse matches than that, but that's like the worst I've seen so far. That's all. And
Okay.
Disappointed because I was supposed to be in that match.
yeah.
Injuries happen.
It's probably best you weren't. My last question for you, it's not a wrestling related question at all, but who's your favorite superhero and what's your least favorite thing about them?
I already seeing it right here, the Flash.
Yeah.
I wish you would have asked from like both different companies as far as like Marvel and DC, but yeah, DC would be the Flash. If I had to pick Marvel, it would be Wolverine. The least thing that I hate about Barry is that he keeps messing up the timeline over and over and over again for no reason. He just likes to touch things. Like, my guy, they're perfect the way it is. Stop touching stuff. Stop meddling with things. No. As far as like Wolverine, I just hate that he just like is too aggressive and gets too angry at things that he know that he can't control. As far as like always getting on Scott Summers about Jean Grey and some other stuff like that. But other than that, Wolverine's actually cool.
See the truth. Every other time, man. Gene, I need you.
Because I'm the type of guy, I freaking hate Scott Summers. Like, he dog. But yeah.
I actually, it's funny, like, beside the fact that we're actually kind of getting to this topic, I actually got into this argument with this dude who was telling me that Scott Summers was the best X-Men. And I was like, let me give you 5 reasons.
Whoa.
Scott Summers can do the same thing that I tell Tony Khan to do every week.
Yeah, I was like, let me give you 5 reasons why he's not.
I think Jean Grey wants to debate that. I think Storm wants to debate that. And these are women, by the way. two of the most powerful characters on the X-Men team, mind you. So
Right.
That is true.
I was like, a lava lamp is better than Cyclops. I was like, just get out of here.
Problem with
JJ.
Cyclops is he's so bland. That's his problem.
Squirrel Girl is better than Cyclops. No.
Oh God, jeez, don't. Oh no, no.
Oh no. Give it up for the only female who has taken down Galacticus by herself. I don't care.
Oh, that was actually Thanos too. Actually,
And Thanos.
Oh man. Oh jeez, that just hurt my heart. Okay. All right, so it's my turn to ask questions, and don't steal my catchphrase ever again, Idol.
I'm sorry. It's a Good catchphrase.
I will call the mafia of Tony Khan to come get you. Keep playing with me. But okay, my first question would be, what is your favorite, since your gimmick is from the Power Rangers, who is your favorite Power Ranger or your favorite Power Ranger series?
Ooh.
Okay, favorite Power Ranger series. Of course, it has to be Mighty Morphin. I mean,
Facts.
you can't go against the original. I mean,
No,
I
you're
like
right.
Zeo. Turbo is in my heart. And I think after that, some Power Rangers were okay, but they just wasn't up to par with the ones that came before. And the feeling of the show kind of got lost after, the other ones, and just now just they have like Power Rangers that's just I really don't care for. But if there was a favorite, as a kid, I always loved Jason because I loved the color red, and he was badass. I like Tommy too because they were like a couple, like 2 or 3 episodes where he was giving the Power Rangers the hands when he was the Evil Ranger. And that was like the most badass thing I saw when I was a kid. Because how you going to take down like 5 other dudes, 3 dudes and 2 women, and you just one dude, and it's like, yeah. But my actual favorite is really because of the whole representation thing, and the whole reason why I do this is Zach, or Walter Jones, as many of you know, the Black Power Ranger. Yeah. So he would pretty much be my favorite.
Okay, that's what's up. Respect. So my next question would be, what's the best advice you could give to up-and-coming wrestlers coming into the industry?
Had the same question asked me before.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I had to do it.
Oh no, it's okay. I expected it, but for people that want to come into business, find your character first. Find what you want to portray to the fans too, because there are a lot of characters that fans have already seen in the past. We'll see in like the present, and we'll see in the future. So try to be different from everybody else. Know that you want this. Know that you have to probably go further distance for training schools. Know that you're pretty much going to have to pay a price for training schools. Know that there are going to be politics. There are going to be good things. There are going to be bad things. Understand what you really want from this business, and don't shit on people that came before you.
Yeah, because I always have to ask this question, because every single wrestler, they have a different take on what advice to give to up and coming pro wrestlers, and I just wanted to hear your take.
Yeah.
So, segue into my last question is, this is actually my favorite question. So let's say we had a time machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Barry Allen transported us 5 years into the future. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, hopefully being in a company, if it's like ROH or if it's New Japan or something like that. If not, then having a big following as far as like a fan base, and going to like bigger independent promotion shows, and somewhat trying to live comfortable off of that. But if not, then that's cool. But I just seeing myself, going a bit further to where I'm at right now, since I've just started like roughly around last year. So at least somewhere,
Yeah, that's what's up.
maybe an action figure or so, that would be nice.
I mean,
Brandy
definitely
Rose.
marketable, man. So there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I just can't have you being one of those guys who carries around your action figure around.
Brandy.
I mean, if you're just advertising it, then that's fine. But if you're just carrying around it just to be a dick, then yeah, that's a problem. Like guys who carry around belts and try to be marks, yeah.
Those wonderful people.
That's not good. That's not a good look.
No, it's not.
It's a prop, guys.
Right?
Like, nah, man.
If you're taking photos or you're at an event, you're good. Outside of that, God, no, please.
I wouldn't be surprised if some people actually sleep with the belt in their bed. And wake
I'm
up
pretty
to it
sure
the next
there
day.
is. I am pretty
Oh,
sure
you know
there is.
somebody that does.
right?
You know it.
I know one person who does, definitely for sure, and he's now a retired UFC fighter. I mean, he has both his titles right next to him.
I mean,
and his gold medal.
I also wouldn't be surprised if the dude took his girlfriend out the bed and told her to go sleep on the couch while the title sleeps in the same bed as him.
Right.
Oh my.
You hear that, Cejudo? We're talking about you. But they at him on here.
That's messed up. Nah.
All right. That dude kicked my ass too. I don't even worry about it. So we're going to get into our world famous 10 count questions. So it's pretty simple, man. We're going to fire off questions. First thought that comes to your mind. And we're going to put the imaginary timer on. Bing. There it goes. Y'all saw? All right. So here we go. Number 10, favorite pancake.
Strawberry pancakes.
Raw or SmackDown?
SmackDown.
Favorite energy drink.
Monster.
Last show you binge watched.
Never binge watched the show before.
Last show you watched.
Luke Cage.
Favorite movie.
Star Wars Episode 3.
Last time you laughed out loud.
Actually, a couple of days ago with my friends.
Favorite food.
Pizza.
My favorite question. Hawk or animal?
Animal.
Favorite anime.
Samurai Champloo.
There you go.
Ooh, okay.
And my favorite question asked every single person that comes on here too. Favorite curse word.
Bitch.
Hey, there we go. All right, well, that's the famous 10 count questions. So, KA, let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
All right. Twitter, you can find me, KA_Robinson92. You can find me on Instagram, K.A._Instagram92. You can also find me on my Facebook like page, which is KA Robinson. You can also find me on my YouTube page, which is Kev Be Cool, KEV BECOOL 26. I think if they're still like that, I believe. Yeah.
Bet. Subscribe to his channel. I know he puts out a lot of good content. I'm actually subscribed to it personally myself. So definitely show the love where love is meant to be given. So with that being said, this is the 3 Count presents Now Enter the Ring, the man himself, K.A. Robinson. I'm Clifford Red Dog Miller, here with the supervillain, here with the swole one, and here with Q. And we will catch you next time. So check out the next episode and be there or be somewhere else.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, this is Jeremy Showtime Grimes here to let you guys know that you need to check out the best podcast on YouTube or any platform possible. I'm talking about the 3 Count Podcast. Find us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, all at the 3 Count Pod or the 3 Count Podcast. You will not only find me, but you'll find the Red Dog, Clifford Miller. You will find the Icon, Chaz Evans, and you will find much more great content. You'll see a lot of great people, and if you don't, well, that's just too bad for you. So be there or, you know what, be there, not anywhere else, because it's time to show up and show out, baby, and it's showtime. There you go, Cliff.